Hollow Creek, a small, unassuming town nestled in the shadow of dense woodlands and misty hills, harbors a legacy steeped in dark legends and eerie tales. With a history spanning over 2 centuries, Hollow Creek has been the backdrop for numerous supernatural occurrences and chilling events that defy explanation. This compilation delves into the unsettling facts and macabre stories that have woven themselves into the fabric of this enigmatic town. Fact 1. The disappearance of the Hollow Creek miners. In the mid-1800s, Hollow Creek was a bustling mining town. In 1856, a group of 12 miners ventured into the deepest tunnels of the Hollow Creek mine, drawn by rumors of a rich vein of silver. Days turned into weeks, and the miners failed to return. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of the men was ever found. Local legend holds that the miners encountered something otherworldly deep within the earth, a malevolent force that consumed them, leaving only their haunting whispers echoing through the abandoned tunnels. To this day, those brave enough to explore the mine report hearing eerie voices and seeing spectral figures, leading many to believe that the spirits of the lost miners still roam the darkened depths. Fact 2. The Cursed Doll of Hollow Creek. In 1924, the Marsh family moved into a quaint Victorian house on the outskirts of Hollow Creek. Soon after their arrival, they discovered an old porcelain doll hidden in the attic. The doll, with its lifelike eyes and intricately painted features, became a favorite toy of their young daughter, Eliza. However, strange occurrences began to plague the family. Objects moved on their own, disembodied laughter echoed through the halls, and Eliza started having vivid nightmares. The Marshes, terrified by the escalating disturbances, sought the help of a local medium. Upon seeing the doll, the medium claimed it was possessed by the spirit of a vengeful child who had died under tragic circumstances. Despite attempts to rid themselves of the doll, it always found its way back into the house. The Marsh family eventually abandoned the property, and the cursed doll remains there to this day, a silent sentinel of the home's dark history. Fact 3. The Ghostly Bride of Hollow Creek. The legend of the Ghostly Bride is one of Hollow Creek's most enduring tales. According to local lore, in 1897, a young woman named Margaret was set to marry her beloved Thomas. On the eve of their wedding, Thomas vanished without a trace, leaving Margaret heartbroken. Distraught, she wandered the town in her wedding gown, searching for her lost love. On the night of their intended wedding, Margaret's lifeless body was found floating in Hollow Creek. Since then, many have claimed to see a spectral figure in a tattered wedding dress roaming the banks of the creek, forever searching for her missing groom. Her sorrowful wails can be heard on misty nights, a chilling reminder of love lost to the passage of time. Fact 4. The Haunted Hollow Creek Asylum. Built in 1893, the Hollow Creek Asylum housed hundreds of patients over its decades of operation. Known for its harsh treatments and inhumane conditions, the asylum gained a reputation as a place of suffering and despair. By the 1960s, the facility was shut down following a series of scandals and mysterious deaths. Today, the abandoned asylum stands as a decaying relic of a dark past. Paranormal investigators and thrill-seekers who have dared to enter report hearing blood-curdling screams, footsteps echoing down empty corridors, and fleeting glimpses of ghostly patients and staff. Some believe the spirits of those who suffered within its walls remain trapped, reliving their torment for eternity. Fact 5. The Hollow Creek Witches' Coven. In the early 1700s, Hollow Creek was home to a secretive coven of witches who practiced their craft in the secluded depths of the surrounding forest. The coven was rumored to have harnessed dark magic, conducting rituals under the cover of night. When the townsfolk discovered their secret, they were driven into a frenzy of fear and superstition. One fateful night, the townspeople captured and executed the witches in a brutal purge. However, the coven's leader, a woman named Agatha, is said to have cursed Hollow Creek with her dying breath. Since then, sightings of spectral witches dancing under the moonlight and strange phenomena in the woods have kept the legend alive, with many believing that the witches' spirits still haunt the forest, exacting their revenge on those who dare to trespass. Fact 6. The Phantom Train of Hollow Creek. In the late 1800s, a railway line ran through Hollow Creek, connecting it to nearby towns. On a stormy night in 1898, a passenger train derailed on the outskirts of Hollow Creek, plunging into a ravine and killing everyone on board. The tragedy shocked the town, and the wreckage was never fully cleared. Over the years, numerous reports have surfaced of a phantom train appearing on foggy nights, its ghostly whistle piercing the silence. Witnesses claim to see the spectral outline of the train, illuminated by an otherworldly glow, gliding silently along the tracks before vanishing into thin air. The ghostly passengers are said to stare blankly from the windows, eternally bound to their doomed journey. Fact 7. The Curse of the Hollow Creek Woods. The dense woods surrounding Hollow Creek have long been a source of mystery and fear for the townspeople. Known as the Hollow Creek Woods, this dark forest is said to be home to a powerful, malevolent spirit known as the Shadow Walker. According to legend, the Shadow Walker preys on those who venture too deep into the woods, ensnaring them in an endless labyrinth of twisted paths and illusions. Many who have entered the Hollow Creek Woods have never returned, and those who do emerge speak of a creeping darkness that follows them, whispering in an ancient, incomprehensible language. Despite efforts to explore and map the forest, the heart of Hollow Creek Woods remains an enigmatic and treacherous place, shrouded in fear and legend. Fact 8. The Hollow Creek Cemetery Apparitions. The Hollow Creek Cemetery, with its weathered tombstones and ancient mausoleums, is a site of countless ghostly sightings. Locals tell of spectral figures wandering among the graves at dusk, their forms flickering in and out of existence. The most famous of these apparitions is the Mourning Widow, a ghostly figure dressed in Victorian mourning attire, seen kneeling by a child's grave, weeping for her lost loved ones. Another frequent sighting is that of a spectral groundskeeper, who is said to appear on stormy nights, carrying a lantern and silently tending to the graves. These ghostly figures are believed to be the restless spirits of those who met tragic ends or were buried without proper rites, their souls unable to find peace. Fact 9. The Hollow Creek Phantom Lighthouse. On the cliffs overlooking the turbulent waters near Hollow Creek stands an old, abandoned lighthouse. Once a beacon of safety for sailors navigating the treacherous coastline, it fell into disrepair after a series of shipwrecks claimed the lives of dozens. Locals believe the lighthouse is haunted by the spirits of those lost at sea, and its light occasionally flickers to life despite having no power for decades. Fishermen and sailors have reported seeing a ghostly light shining from the top of the lighthouse on stormy nights, guiding their way to safety. Others claim to hear the mournful cries of lost souls carried on the wind, and some have even glimpsed the spectral figure of a lighthouse keeper, endlessly patrolling the cliffs, seeking redemption for the lives lost under his watch. Fact 10. The Hollow Creek Cryptid. Hollow Creek has long been the epicenter of sightings of a mysterious creature known as the Hollow Creek Cryptid. Descriptions of the creature vary, but most agree it is a tall, shadowy figure with glowing red eyes and an eerie, otherworldly presence. Some say it resembles a man with elongated limbs and an animalistic gait, while others describe it as a spectral being that moves with an unnatural fluidity. Over the years, numerous accounts have emerged from residents and visitors alike, all claiming to have encountered the cryptid in the depths of the Hollow Creek Woods or on the outskirts of town. Despite efforts to capture or document the creature, it remains an elusive enigma, fueling speculation and fear about what truly lurks in the shadows of Hollow Creek.